came or didn't come, but I don't think he was there.
It's a different question than what I asked you. Did you become aware at some point in time that Mr. Preston was asked not to attend the August 5th of 2008? No. You deny that?
I deny that. But as far as I know, I can't. And the reason I say that is because I can't imagine any circumstance where we wouldn't have the public administrator there. But
Mr. Waldrep, if you don't mind, do you turn to page 13 of Plaintiff's Exhibit 2?
Page 13?
Yes, sir.
Oh, of the Exhibit 2?
Yes, sir. Mr. Waldrep, can I get you some water? While we're approaching. You may.
No, I'll get.
Good. I'll be glad.
Okay.
I think you must be getting low.
Number 13. Okay.
Mr. Waldrep, these ideas were not fundamentally your ideas, were they?
Fundamentally, I shared a lot of the ideas with Mr. Moore's assessment, because Mr. Moore had talked with some of the incoming council members and we talked about it.
Mr. Waldrep, these weren't extemporaneous remarks, were they?
On page 13.
Page 13.
About what I'm saying.
Page 13 reflects the remarks that you gave to the audit committee on August 5th of 2008, does it not?
Mr. Davis, on that day, I had in my hand a letter of some kind from Mr. Moore. I may have amplified some things that Mr. Moore said. I may have editorialized a little bit on what Mr. Moore said, but it was a combination of probably some things that I approved of as well as Mr. Moore. So as to the authorship of this, I would say we would have to share to some degree credit for authoring the ideas that come forth on page 13.
You have to share credit for the ideas on page 13, is that right?
Yes, right.
Well, are you denying then that the ideas on page 13, Plaintiff's Exhibit 2, are the same 8 ideas that appeared on Defense Exhibit 52, page 2?
Well, I hadn't had time to put them down side by side.
But we just went through them, remember that?
But they're very similar.
They're the same, aren't they?
Yeah, very similar.
And those same ideas, they came from Eddie Moore, didn't they?
Well, as to being identical, no, but very similar.
Those were fundamentally Eddie Moore's ideas, weren't they?
Generally.
Fundamental.
Well, you select the words you like.
And
I just, we're just bandying and parsing words here, but I'm just trying to give you what I recall as being the general idea that both of us had talked to one another. He had sent me these ideas. I presented them to council at that workshop meeting.
And do you deny that when I asked you the same exact question during your deposition, when you were under the same exact sworn oath that you are under here today, and under the same penalty of perjury during your deposition, your response was that they were extemporaneous remarks?
They were.
They were.
They were. They were. They were. Let me try to answer that question. You know, you have.
Your Honor, we have a witness in court. Mr. Bright, we've sequestered the witness.
What I was doing was taking Mr. Moore's letter, and I didn't prepare any remarks myself, any personal remarks, and I think that was one of the big disputes that we had. And I tried to go back to, I think it's page 65 in my deposition.
Oh, you remember that one, do you?
I did, because she kept asking me that same question.
And I asked you, are these ideas fundamentally your ideas? And you said, yes, they were fundamentally your ideas. Did you not?
No, I don't deny that, but I think what your question was directed at was you prepared remarks. You prepared something. That I prepared this. I was speaking extemporaneously pretty much based on what these ideas were, and they were similar. That's why I went back to try to give you an explanation. I think it was on page 65 in the deposition. And if you look at that answer in the deposition, you'll find that that's exactly what I did.
Well, let's keep going and see what else we can see, okay?
Well, let's take our break for lunch right now, and I'll let you get back on that when we come back.
Yes,
all right, I'll caution the witness not to discuss his testimony during the break. You may step down at this time. We will resume, let's say, about 1:15. Court's at recess, not 1:15, 2:15.